And
Hey, gentlemen, how are y'all doing?
okay.
Doing all right. Just been setting up my house all day.
So how's the progress going, Mike?
Now I'm waiting on his coach department, and they're taking their sweet ass time to get here. So they probably won't be here till either Friday or next.
Yeah, so it's not one thing, it's another. Always somebody wanting to make you wait for... Hurry up and wait.
That's pretty much what I'm doing, but I'm setting the house up as I'm waiting. The only thing I'm waiting on is the electrical code. So when he comes out, you know, so when I'm there, I turn the power on and I just do what I need to do. But if I know he's coming, I'll make sure the power's off. He won't like it if it's running when he shows up.
Yeah.
But my excuse is I had to test everything.
Yeah.
So I'm on the way back to the house, not my house, back to the in-laws' house.
Hello?
Cool. Hey, Ivy.
Okay, so you guys can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
I do not have my push to talk on right now because I'm roaming my house getting ready. So I do apologize if you hear any beeping or clicking or blah blah. Okay, now that I'm sitting down, I will go back to push talk. And not be like annoying, like little. There we go.
So how was your week, Ivy?
It's had its up and downs, but I'm pretty not good. I'm doing well, so that's what matters the most.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to download that. And okay, get that. And put those.
Hey, Gallibond.
Yes, sir.
In case you didn't know, that was me watching you and telling you that I couldn't hear you on Saturday.
Yeah, there was something screwy going on with Discord, and the problem, it really manifested itself badly on Saturday. The problem was, or seems to have been, that one computer or the other will disconnect from Discord, and at some point the what I call the player computer that shows the Roll20, it somehow disconnected from Discord and never reconnected. And so for like the last hour, you can hear the players and the players could hear me.
Correct.
But my audio wasn't getting to the stream. And that's the weirdest thing. So
it was interesting. It was interesting to have that experience for a while.
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. And, you know, it wasn't some sort of well, of course, what I should always do, I should always go the Andy Warhol route and say, well, of course it was intentional. It was it's art. It's art. You Philistine, you don't like it? It's art.
Well, at least some of what Andy Warhol does was intentional. But all that's a lead-in. I'm starting to figure out. I'm starting to figure out where you're coming from. Have you ever watched the Adventurers Club videos online?
Actually, I have not.
Yeah, you should look.
Doesn't mean that they and I aren't tapped into a similar zeitgeist, but
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm starting to pick up on the zeitgeist from which you are working. So it's like, yeah, now I'm like, okay, he should see the Adventurers Club to see if that will stimulate different things.
Well, you know, I think D&D as a game is very akin to, if it were a form of music, it would be really akin to the blues. Because in the blues, there's hardly anything that in and of itself is strictly original. This riff is something that somebody heard somebody play, and that little fill is something that somebody else heard play. But then they all get kind of mixed around in the musicians' heads, and they get played in jam sessions. And then somebody says, oh, wait a minute, take this riff, take that fill, put this together. And then you come up with a completely brand new song. And I think D&D is, and any kind of homebrew stuff is sort of like that. It's some bit of something from over here that subconsciously you're tapping into, and then something from over there that you heard or saw, or you thought, oh, that was a really cool idea. Someday I need to use that. And it all kind of mixes together and becomes hopefully something unique and interesting and fun. And yet there's something that's almost undeniably recognizable about it.
He said, explaining it to the guy that likes to create wrestlers for games.
Yeah. True.
Here is actually what you're describing there. Having been around the arts long enough, there are no original ideas. If you're going to lay it out, if you're going to elevate it so high, there are no original ideas. And in fact, the basis for what we understand of the medieval thing is one of the least original of them. Mm-hmm. If you go back into the past, and always new things are being written. So I say this: it can be anything. It's not a genre. It's not a genre. It doesn't deserve to have its own rules. It doesn't deserve to be respected in that way. The books will tell you not to respect it in that way, or not even to respect the rules to a certain extent. But it is a medium. It is a way of making this thing. It is a protocol through which any number of a variety of sorts of games, feelings of games can be expressed. So a rule set for an interactive game. That's the way I say that, because I've always seen a ton of people doing it 10 different ways, and then I see some people on the internet thinking that their way is better. It's like, you know what?
Well,
there is higher and there is lower, but you don't get to set like there shouldn't be a culture of expectations because you play Dungeons and Dragons. It's too much to put on the game. That's not something the game ever intended.
Yeah, there's a somewhere in the 2011-2012 range, I ran across my first D&D podcast, and it's a game that had been going for a while and is still going. It's the same campaign. It's still going now. They actually are in their. Well, they started in 2008 with their first session. They began recording regularly in 2009, so they're now on their 11th or 12th year, depending on how you count it. And it's the same DM, same players, same campaign, most of the same characters. Some of the characters have gone away and new characters are in their place. But over time, I began looking for other games, and there was this one game that I ran into, and I didn't much care for the campaign, but something about their attitude, and I have since listened to other games in their family, and I really like them. It's an outfit called the RPG Academy. And the guy who runs it is out of Ohio or something. But their tagline is, and something they say in all their things, if you're having fun, you're doing it right. And I've come to realize, well, yes, that really is the whole point. If you're having fun, you're doing it right. And so trying to get into edition wars or this way of ruling something is better than that way of ruling. No, that's nonsense. It's like if everybody at the table is having fun, that's the way it goes. And you can get the same DM and even some of the same players, but a different game, and it can be totally different. And it can still be fun. It just is a matter of what works for that particular game.
If you're really good, if you're a real creator, you can make the same player, the same GMs, and have a completely different style. That's when it's art.
Yeah. I'm not sure I would put myself in that category, but I can tell you that from running games live around a table in somebody's house, running games live in a store with a bunch of people that drop in and drop out, and then running two completely different campaigns on Roll20 that have been all the players seem to really like. Okay, so I've got a certain level of confidence that I can put together an entertaining game. And I think everybody who played on Saturday had fun. And it was like there was only two people I really knew going into it, James and Chris, who plays in my Sunday game. Everybody else was brand new to me, but they all just sort of clicked together and fell in and started playing off of each other, which was great.
Yeah, I thought it worked well.
Yeah. You guys wound up creating some pretty memorable characters there. From the wizard cook to the fighter that was like, okay, I'm going to run way over here and shoot it with an arrow.
I didn't get any damage that whole game. I don't think I got hit once.
Yeah. Well, it was supposed to be fun, and I think it was. All right. Well, enough screwing around. Hello, everyone. My name is DM Gallibond. I am joined on the Discord by large group of people. We have Chris, we have Ivy, James, Mike, and Vernon. And players, for your dancing and dining pleasure over in the Discord, I have an image of some 3D printed Faerun currency that our player Mike was kind enough to send me that he has printed off on his 3D printer. These are really cool. As you may be able to tell, there's 2 sets of them, and when I photographed them, I flipped them over because they're 2-sided, and each side on them is a little bit different. I'm not sure how easy that is to tell if you blow that picture up and look at it, but very, very well detailed and very cool little things. Thank you, Mike. That's awesome. That's awesome.
They do look pretty sick.
Yeah. So tonight we are at the Woodland Manse, and boy, we just had a long fight. Literally, last session, the only thing we did was have a combat. And the combat was, okay, I need to edit something really quick. That's still Sunday's tagline, so, okay, there we go. All right, now that should be correct on the stream. Yep, it is. Okay, good. The party just fought some cultists. They fought some boars. They fought some orcs. They fought some little plant monsters. And they completely ruined the nice manicured dead gardens outside this house. And I don't think they've stepped inside yet. Well, okay, I take that back. Ivy was inside, and then briefly Dorzaphir was inside as well. And then the 2 large wolves that Finn had summoned are still hanging around outside. And I think Hyza has her spirit guardians up. Or is she dropping those now that the fight is over?
If the fight's over, she would drop them, but if it's still on edge, if she could hear anything, she would still have it up.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. See if you detect any noise there, Hyza. Okay. 18. From where you are, I don't think you can hear anything.
Okay, I'll drop them.
Okay.
And I still see the intro screen.
Oh, and I am going to go ahead. Thank you. I didn't move the little banner. If you guys have never run Roll20 as a DM, there's a little bookmark thing that you have to run, or that you have to adjust on your screen so that it changes the screen for the players. It doesn't automatically move their screen when you move your screen. Okay, so then I'm going to go to this aura here, and I'm going to turn it off. All right, so now the spirit guardians are no longer there. All right, so what would you guys like to do?
Well, Finn can't get the wolves in the little door, I don't think, so he's going to go to the front door. What I assume is the front door.
Did I give you? Yeah, I think I did give you control of the wolves. so
Let's
you
see.
can.
Yeah,
move
the
him.
wolf.
Yeah.
The wolves.
Yeah, the quote unquote wolves.
Finn, unfortunately, does not understand animals.
Okay, so Finn is going around front. Hyza, I am just going to take these enemies and put them on the GM layer so that you can see what's in that room. There is a door to the south opposite to the shattered door leading outside. And that door is actually, I should reveal this because some of those orcs and the little plant monsters came through there. So you would be able to see, I'm going to say you can at least see there, and you can probably see down to there. And it looks like there's a opening in the passage and the hallway continues. You can probably see some light coming from, the front door. The front door was left open, so you can probably see some light coming from the front door, and that would be like that. So you could be able to see down the hallway, and you can see Finn probably coming up the stairs.
Does Finn look good tonight or what?
I'll stand down the hallway and just wave at Finn, saying, "Hey, I'm already inside the slowpoke."
And tell that to Lawrence there. He can't get in that little door.
Okay, so L, Abinadom, Dorzaphir, what are you guys gonna do?
I follow in right behind him.
Okay, since you're still in the car, I'll go ahead and I guess he's probably gonna come in the front door. So I'll bring him around over here. L and Abinadom, what about you guys? Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. Sorry, I'm gonna go in behind Dorzaphir.
Okay, all right. So Hyza, so far you're the only brave one going through the house. Finn is cautiously approaching the front door. The front doors are standing
Hey, get in
open,
there. Get
by
in
the
there.
way.
Get in there. The wolf is trying to get in the door.
Okay. All right. So let me go to this and I'll go here and we have descriptions we can give you guys. Okay. So, first of all, Hyza, the area that you had come into when you came into that area, it looks like a wide hall, but the furnishings and everything in here make you feel like this was an old dining room. The walls here are covered with crude drawings in blood that depict boars chasing stick figure humanoids. A fireplace dominates the south side of the room, and a smashed wooden dining table lies in a heap in the eastern half of the room, surrounded by 6 broken chairs.
Kind of creepy, not gonna lie, but
Okay, so dude got taken over. So we got to see if the dude is around here.
Okay, and yeah.
Who are you talking about, Finn?
I forget what's his name. It's not the guy that's named after the bird. It's the other guy. Centaur's friend.
Okay. Finn, the main entrance that you came in, those steps were stone, little portico with a stone balcony overhanging at a height of 10 feet. Vines wrap around the balcony support pillars and its crumbling stone railing. Ground floor entrance features a double door with a giant boar's head crudely carved into it. And an unmarred double door stands closed on the balcony above. And this hallway, I'm going to go ahead and reveal the rest of that since you guys walked inside. And I'll give you a little bit more of the room that you can see. I'll go ahead and open this up for you. And then open this. Okay. So, Abinadom and Finn, this hallway that you are in features a creaky and moldy wooden staircase. And then there's a parlor and the door to a round room that's a parlor to the north. The door to this parlor has been smashed to pieces. The room is strewn with broken furniture, the remains of chairs, side tables, and a wine cabinet. And a moldy circular rug covers most of the stone floor.
So whatever happened, it happened a long time ago. Or it's those orcs, or it's those orcs from the ranch again that they don't want to do.
Could be. I mean, you have run into a lot of places where orcs were displaced by this dragon, and clearly orcs do not have the fighting prowess that you do because you guys gave that dragon a bloody nose rather quickly. Made it turn tail and run, and it apparently drove a whole band of them out of their lair.
I just want to come in here and just slowly enter this room just to make sure it's clear of anything.
Okay. It's a stone floor. Go ahead and give me a perception check, see if you can find anything. And anybody that wants to give me perception checks in any areas, you can move to that area and do that. 24. Yeah, that carpet looks pretty rotten. At one point, it might have been worth something, but it's soiled and it's ripped and it's moldy. Moldy to the point that structurally the fibers of the rug are damaged really badly, and the furniture is not worth anything in the condition it's in. So, yeah.
Did I just waste a nat 20?
I wouldn't call it a waste. I call it a very careful examination of an otherwise unremarkable space.
Awesome. All right, I step back out of there. I say, there's nothing in there.
Okay. Where else would you guys like to look?
There's a door here to the south of us, right?
There is a door here up at the end of the hall. This is actually a doorway that leads to something of a patio looking thing. You want to, or a courtyard perhaps.
Yeah, I'd like to just look through there.
Okay. Let me reveal that space for you. Okay.
Whoa.
What you see is a tree that was planted in the interior courtyard. Stone steps lead down to a flagstone courtyard that has a pillared arcade to the east. 7 windows on the upper level overlook the courtyard, in the middle of which is a 5-foot wide stone well with thick vines erupting from it. And what is growing out of this well is it's a tree, or maybe it's vines. But the thing that catches your eye is that there's something dark, like almost a dark liquid that's almost like oozing from the bark of this thing. And as your eyes adjust to it, you can see movement on the trunk or trunks. It's hard to tell whether this is one big trunk or a bunch of woody vine-like trunks that are just sort of wrapped around each other, growing up. And as you look up, when it gets higher than the roof, the branches eventually spread out, and they are misshapen and blackened, and they seem, shimmery, almost like they're wet with something, and doesn't have any leaves on it at all. It just seems like it's bare. But you can see all through it this gentle sort of writhing movement, almost like something is moving around within that tree. Nothing has reached out to attack you at this point.
Can I do like a nature check to see if this is like something evil growing, or if it is dangerous at all?
You can do a nature check. And while you're doing that, Hyza, I saw you going back into the other room, and you were wanting to look at that other door. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let me reveal that. Yeah, that 11, Abinadom, it's ugly. Maybe somebody else might have an idea what it is, but
Thank God I didn't see it yet. Phew.
So I whisper, "Hey guys, there's something gnarly growing in this courtyard. There's something moving within it. It doesn't look friendly, but it doesn't appear to be attacking, so I'm kind of unsure what it is."
How far am I from Abinadom?
Well, at the moment, I think I still left you outside, but I can move you inside.
Well, no, that's fine. I was just asking, am I within 120 feet of him?
Oh, yeah, you are.
Perfect. I cast message.
Okay.
Do you have detect magic going? You can reply to this message.
No, I'll need some time to cast it. I'll need about 10 minutes.
I think that might be the best option.
I'll start working on casting detect magic.
Okay. Hyza, as you open the door and look in this area, it looks like a ruined pantry. Much of the roof above this chamber has collapsed, leaving debris scattered across the floor. Birds have made nests on the wooden shelves that line the north and south walls. Long ago, rats devoured anything they could reach, and all other foodstuffs that used to be stored here have rotted away.
Aw, nice birdies made nests in here. I'll leave them be and go back out to the hallway over here.
Okay.
Doesn't seem so interesting, so.
Does anyone else want to come take a look at this gnarly vine tree looking thing?
I think Hyza is headed to this door over here.
Scares my eyes.
Yeah, it just looks really not pleasant.
Oh, I read about these type of trees one time. They're especially dangerous to kites.
Well, if Finn wants to take a look.
That's what the 13 up there was.
Okay. I'm sorry, I missed your.
Good grief.
The Charlie
Don't
Brown
look,
tree.
it's ugly. In its own weird, demented way.
Do I see anything at the top moving?
Little bit of move.
Can I and that's open to the sky?
Level.
That's open to the sky? Well, I don't hear anybody.
Dun dun dun.
Did we lose the DM?
I don't know. Did you?
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay.
Is it open to the sky? It's.
Oh, I didn't hear you ask that. I heard you ask if there was movement near the top. Yeah, it's open to the sky.
So I'm gonna tell Bandit to kind of exit and stay well clear of it, but see what it can see looking down above, looking down at the tree. And
okay. So you're doing your ritual.
Oh, I guess I can't tell him to do that, huh? Yeah.
Well, you can probably have him fly around, but you can't look through his eyes while you're doing your ritual.
Correct. That's right. I probably won't get much information. So disregard.
Okay.
Disregard.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anybody else want to do anything particular, or should we just advance the clock 10 minutes and be the end of the ritual? Okay, hearing nothing, we will go ahead and advance the clock, and Xanth will head into the hallway here, and he will give a sniff and, ew, disgusting. All right, so you have, oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's pretty much a okay. All right. Yes, this is a magical tree. It's created, well, you don't know how it's created, but it's definitely radiating magic, and the things that are moving in it are also radiating some kind of magic.
Can I tell what school of magic it is, if any?
Let me see. Oh, yes, you can. They are all radiating necromantic magic.
Looks like a nasty kind of magic, guys. I have a hunch this thing's not very friendly. Hey, Xanth, do you recall your buddy having something like this growing in his house before?
And Xanth will come over and say, "Oh, dear heavens, no. Oh, that looks dreadful. Absolutely awful." And he walks away quickly. doesn't seem to want anything to do with that. Says, it looks dangerous to me.
Yes. I'm gonna cast a minor illusion of sound of a small creature scurrying around at the base of the tree, like around right here, to see if it causes the tree to react in any way.
Okay. As you make that sound, the movement on this side of the tree quickens, and what looks like a whip thin vine that has the same kind of dark, wet bark as the tree snakes out and slaps down and tries to wrap around something, of course, something non-existent where that noise emits from. And it flops around on the ground a little bit, and then when it can't find purchase on anything, it withdraws back up into the tree. And where it has slapped the ground, the flagstones are red like blood.
Okay, we gotta either not go in this room or kill this thing if we want to see what else is in this house. Could I see any portion of this tree that was controlling that vine thing that came out?
No, you can't. And in fact, now that you look closer, you can see where from the branches there are occasionally little drops of moisture that drop, and on the flagstones, those look like drops of blood.
Oh, weird.
So it's almost like the sap of this thing is humanoid blood or something.
All right.
I sent a message to Abinadom. Abinadom, have you found anything yet?
Yeah, you're standing here right next to me.
Did I move next to you?
Yeah, I think you're inside. You're inside with us. We're kind of in an entrance parlor area off the room of this courtyard.
Yeah, Abinadom is right here, and I think Dorzaphir is right here. So
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna cast Ray of Frost right at the base of this tree and see if it does anything.
I hold a reaction to cast Fireball if anything goes, or Firebolt if anything goes to crap.
okay, Ray of Frost. It's a DC 13, and what kind of save is that going to be?
15.
Okay. Dun, 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 dun.
And I don't know if I get disadvantaged because I'm kind of just basing it at the base of the tree just to see, or whatever. I don't know.
Okay, let me see. What kind of stats does this stupid damn tree have? So let me look this up real quick. Okay, monsters. Oh my goodness. Okay. So it doesn't have full stats. That's interesting. It's a creature without full stats. Well, then we just have to... I will figure out what these guys are. I'm sorry, what kind of save is it again? Con save or dex?
It's 15. Oh, hold on. I moved away. It just says Ray of Frost. Hold on, let me pull it up. It's on a hit. It doesn't.
Okay,
doesn't
do you have
say,
to make
it's
an
just a-
attack roll?
it
13 was the attack roll. Okay.
It is. Yeah. The save is if they are if it's frozen or the speed is reduced.
Okay. Well, armor class 13 is good enough to hit it. There appears to be a patch of frost that grows on the side of this tree, and one of these vines whips down to the ground and starts lashing about in the area where the tree was hit by the ray of frost. So Dorzaphir, I don't know if that's enough to trigger your reaction to cast your firebolt or not, but that's what happens.
No.
Okay.
As long as it ain't
all
trying
right.
to kill me or Abinadom, I'm good.
Okay. All right. So anybody else want to do anything?
All right.
Xanth will
Here's
pull
what
out
we need
his
to
longbow
do.
and knock an arrow.
Can the wolf fit through the door?
Yeah, we'll say that the wolf can squeeze through the door.
Okay, go sniff it.
Oh,
Poor Popper.
Okay, if it goes to kill the wolf, I'll hold that reaction again and fire firebolt at the tree. And
Okay.
in character, I'm going to say, I swear to God, if it hurts the wolf, I'm going to set it aflame.
Okay, well, the wolf comes in and it will definitely reach out and try to attack, and actually multiple ones will. So I think I've cleared the turn order I have. So we'll go ahead and we will we'll put these guys on the initiative board, and anybody who wants to can also roll initiative. So let's see.
Oh, I forgot to hit my token. I rolled a 10.
Yep, so 9.08. And then, Vernon, what creatures are you using? You're using dire wolves?
Yeah, those are dire wolves.
Okay.
In Finn's mind, anyway.
Yeah, well, if that's what you're summoning, then that's what we will. Okay, so it will get an initiative. 16. Oh, no. 9.08. And then add turn. No, not that. Call it dire wolf. And then we'll call this one dire wolf. Okay. All right, so dire wolf gets a 16.14. This gets 9.08. All right. Then Abinadom had a
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where's your token? There's your token. No.
I'm hidden.
Move that. I'm moving that wolf out of the way for now. And then add a turn. Then I'll put the wolf back. And it's 10. And let me just verify. I don't think we have any other. Oh, Dorzaphir, what's your actual dex score? Do you beat a 9 on your dex score? You should. You're a rogue, right? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. I think we lost Dorzaphir.
Oh, okay. Michael, you there? I want to look at his scores real quick. Okay, so apply. Just go to the. Okay. Come on. Show me. Ah. Damn it. Okay. He's a rogue, so I'm just gonna presume he has higher. Whoops. All right. So the first things that go are the dire wolves. So Finn, is your one wolf just walking in there, or is it going to attack something?
No, the wolf was just sent to sniff it.
Okay, so the wolf goes in and sniffs, and Finn, you can see that the tree reacts. You want to send the second wolf in as well?
Yeah, when the tree reacts, we send in the second wolf.
Okay.
And take a better position.
Okay. You can move the wolves around wherever you want them. It's up to you. Okay. And Finn, it is now actually your turn. So what would you like to do?
Okay, so the tree did its attacking thing. And Finn's going to do a dancing thing. And so... Oops. How do you roll a firebolt manually? Roll 1d20 plus...
Whatever your spell attack is, your spell attack bonus.
Which is the charisma bonus.
Well, it's more than that. It should be your charisma and your proficiency bonus.
So charisma. So 1d20 plus 7 to hit on firebolt.
Yeah.
Blackjack.
Okay. Oh, nice. Okay, so that is going to hit. So go ahead. Oh, 15 points of damage. Wow.
And then back.
Okay. All right. Well, one of these vines starts to smolder and smoke comes off of it. And you have bloodied it. Dorzaphir, sir. If
Yes.
you're back. Okay. If you're back, you're up.
Awesome. I'm going to hit it with Firebolt.
Okay.
There we go.
15. You hitting the same one? We'll say you're hitting the same one. So how do you want to kill this one?
I snap my fingers, I point at it and say, burn. And it just blows into fire.
Okay. Well, one of the writhing vines falls on the ground and goes still. And Hyza, you are up. It looks like there's still at least 3 more vines writhing around and lashing out towards these wolves. What would you like to do?
I sadly can't join the firebolt party, but I can do a guiding bolt at the closest one closest to me.
Oh, nice.
So it's still a bolt party.
Yeah. Okay.
That 20. Bring your own bolt.
Bring your own bolt. 12 points of radiant damage. Let me just double check. These guys have any kind of... Nope, they don't have any kind of resistances or vulnerabilities, so that's just 12 points of damage.
The next
and
person
it's-
to attack that has advantage.
Okay, so we're just going to say this one is schmozzlefied, so that whoever attacks it gets advantage on it. Okay, Abinadom. I'm sorry, Hyza, were you going to move or just stay put?
5 feet up, but that's it.
Okay, all right.
I'm just going to Ray of Frost this thing right here I see moving around.
Okay.
Let's call that a frost bolt, just to keep it clear.
A frost bolt.
Yes.
Yeah, frost bolt.
Actually, I think we'll get in trouble with Blizzard if we call it a frostbolt. I think that's infringing on their IP. Okay, 16 will hit for 12 points of damage. All right. And it is not yet bloodied. And the vine blights go. There are 3 of them left. All 3 of them will use abilities. So this, let's see, we will see. Okay, so okay, the ground around these begins to erupt in vines. Vines just start creeping up around the flagstones, and they start grasping at feet of people or animals that are in that area. In a moment, I will ask you guys to make saving throws after I put the last aura on the board. Okay, so Hyza, you are definitely in that area, and the 2 boars are in that area. And this is an entangling plants ability. Grasping roots and vines sprout up in the area. For the duration, that area is difficult terrain for non-plant creatures. In addition, each creature of the Blight's choice in that area when the plants appear must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained. And of course, it chooses all of you. So and I'm only going to make you guys roll one save each. So Hyza, you failed that strength saving throw. You are in fact entangled. Let me check with the dire wolves. There's 2 strength saving throws required for them. Dire wolf 1 makes it. Dire wolf 2 makes it. So the wolves are not entangled, but the cleric is. And then they make their attacks. So what is the reach on this thing? Reach is only 10 feet. So you are not a valid target, Hyza, but both wolves are. So 2 of them are going to attack this wolf, and 1 of them is going to attack this wolf. So let me do this. 14 and okay. Okay, and then Okay. 1, 2, 3 attacks. 20. Oh, yes. 20. That'll hit. 13. That'll miss. 14. That'll hit. So, each of them is hit by one constricting vine. And then on their turns, they will have to make another saving throw to try to break out of it. And they will each take some damage. So there's so the one will take 8 damage and the other one will take 7 damage. That's 8 and then minus 7. Okay. And what you guys see is vines reach out from this tree thing and just wrap around the wolves and start constricting them. And it looks like the kind of thing that if they don't break out, they're just going to keep taking constriction damage as long as they are held by that. So the dire wolves go, and they will each try their strength saving throw to break out because they don't want to keep taking damage. And that will be their actions. One succeeds, the other succeeds. Okay, so they are free of that. And because they did their actions to do that, they cannot attack. But Vern, you can move them if you want to move them. The caveat being that they, it's difficult terrain, so it just takes 10 feet of movement to go 1 square, and they have a total of 50 feet of movement, so they can move 5 squares in any direction.
All right, so we got Dorzaphir over there, so let me do something more like this so everybody can get the shots in.
Okay.
Clear it out so that Hyza can get her shot in.
Yeah, and also that way they're kind of in a over there where they can help defend Hyza if they need to. Okay.
Yeah, everybody can attack and everybody can defend in the appropriate places now.
Okay, which that brings us now to you.
Do they get opportunity attacks or no because it's one tree?
They're all kind of, they're separate entities, but they're all kind of part of the same super entity. So no, they haven't gone out of the super entity's threat range.
Cool.
At this point.
Burn, baby, burn. Disco Inferno. This one.
Okay. Oh, 24. Yeah, that'll hit. For 15 points of damage. How would you like to kill that one?
Oh. Killing a vine. Oh, well, Finn weighs him on, shoots his. Yeah, I think that's all that this really calls for. So he's going up to the door, shoots the wolves on, comes up, bang bang. Basically, looks like he's going to go back, but then he does a double take. Ah, good God. And just walks on in.
Okay. Yeah, there's no chance of you getting entangled, but that is difficult terrain as long as that. I did remove the aura for the one that you just killed, but the other two still have their auras up. All right. Anything else?
No, that should do it.
Okay. Dorzaphir, are you back in. Can you see your token now? Because you're right here at the door.
Yeah, I've been here for a few minutes. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I can see from there in the door. That round.
Yep.
I'm going to blast that one with Fireball.
Okay.
Ooh, pool party.
Ooh, crit.
Nice. 17 points of damage. Oh, that'll bloody it on one hit. Okay.
In that crit move, I lick my fingers and just rub them together and then go, woof.
Nice. Well done, sir. Well done.
That was a little hot. Ow, hot.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir, I'll stay where I'm at.
Okay. All right. Hyza. You are
Another strength save.
It is, well, it's a strength save if you want to break out, but that would be your action. If you feel like, now you are not you're not being constricted by the vines. You're just basically being held in place. So if you would like to use your action to attack instead of trying to break out of the grasp, you may do so. But it has not had a turn where it could reach out and try to attack you yet.
It's something, maybe? At the one closest, so would I roll again? No, because it's a save. Never mind.
Okay, so it needs to make a DC 15 Dex save. Well, Dex is not its forte, but we'll see. Yep, and it failed, so it takes 2 points of damage. Oh, hey, look at that. You've bloodied it. Oh, and that thing is gone from your spell last time.
Gotcha.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you can't move because you didn't do a strength save. Abinadom.
Yeah, so I was just doing some research. If I think I know the answer, but I just want to confirm it. If I use Bandit to provide a help action by flying and interfering with the vine, does that give me advantage on spell attacks?
I believe. Let me just.
I think it gives advantage on attacks, but I was just trying to get confirmation if it also applies to a spell attack because I'm rolling to hit it. I don't know.
Yeah. The help action. Okay. Let's just do this. Yeah, you feint, distracting a target, or in some other way team up to make your ally's attack more effective. If your ally attacks the target before your next turn, the first attack roll is made with advantage. So yes, it's an attack roll, and that counts for weapons or spells. But good question.
Okay, yeah. Perfect. So I'm just gonna move over here. Bandits. I'm gonna instruct Bandit to go in there and distract this vine right here, and then come back out. And I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost again at this one.
Okay. Yep, that'll hit. And of course, the caveat on that, James, is the spell has to be a spell that requires an attack roll like Ray of Frost. Correct. If it were a spell that required a DC save, like let's say Fireball, then you wouldn't get advantage on that.
Yes, yeah, I understood that.
Okay.
I wish it would have helped on my damage roll, but
Yeah, unfortunately, it doesn't.
Me too.
That was a
And
horrible.
2 net ones. So you know what? You did better than me.
Wow, that was pretty pathetic. Okay. And I'm going to just move back out of the way.
Okay. All right. And then the blights will go. And now there's only 2 of them. And they are going to attack these 2 creatures once again. Let me see. I might as well. But it doesn't really do them any good to do that. So they're just going to attack. And constrict. Crit on one of the dire wolves. And a hit on the other dire wolf as well.
The same damage.
13 damage on both. Wow, okay. So this guy takes 13 damage. This guy takes 13 damage. And they are both entangled in vines and constricted by vines. And both of the wolves are in fact now bloodied from these things.
Those are some strong dire wolves.
Yeah, dire wolves are pretty strong compared to regular wolves. All right, and they will attempt their. They are creatures, so they're not the most brilliant tacticians. So they're just going to try to escape, do the strength save to get out of there.
Good question. Didn't you say that Xanath was pulling out his longbow to start shooting?
I said he pulled out his longbow. I did not put him on the initiative turn, so Xanth is like, are you guys okay? Do you need me to shoot it?
Get in the fight.
Always late to the
Centaur.
party. Like, sheesh.
Okay. All right. I'm helping.
Emotional support.
And he'll go ahead and he'll roll initiative and get in on this whenever the dice says he gets in. Okay. Oh.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That'll be the end of this round, I think.
Yeah, okay. Snow White over here is concerned about the conjured wolves. The centaur doesn't know what in the world's going on.
14. Yes. 6.14. All right, excellent. And we are on the wolves. So one of them, this guy here, made his save and breaks free of the vines. This one did not make his save. And so the vines from this one are still wrapped around this guy. So that is your connection there. So do you want your one wolf to move, or because they both spent their action on breaking free?
No, they're doing just fine right there.
Okay. Then Finn, it is your turn.
Bang.
Oh, nice.
I did that wrong.
Oh.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at better typo. Effectively the same thing.
Oh, man. Okay. Well. Wah. That did not work, but you can join Hyza there. Yes, in the Nat 1 club. Anything else, Finn? You're just going to hang out there.
Fine.
Okay, Dorzaphir, you are up, sir.
Hey, Finn, let me show you how this is done, okay? Close.
14. That will hit on this guy for 9 points of damage. How would you like to kill this one?
Just watch it as it burns up, falls off the tree, and just hits the ground. And then I lick my fingers again like, oh, this is getting hot. Hot.
Okay. All right.
I've never done it this much in a row, because it is an evocation. It's a cantrip, but I've never had to use it so many times in a row. So I'm like, ooh, hot.
Yeah. This is like about the this is like the third minute, your hand on the Bic lighter in the third minute of David Gilmour's solo in Comfortably Numb. It's like, okay,
there you go.
This is getting really hot.
I reach over and put my hand on him that's cold from all my ray of frost. Here, let's help each other out.
Oh, God. No. Too cold. Too cold.
Okay.
We high five and my hand steams as his does.
Okay, Hyza, while those two are playing handsies over there, what is the...
Don't burn yourself or don't get frostbite, either or.
Patty cake.
My patty cake's deadly.
It's raining over here. We're creating clouds.
Roger Rabbit reference.
All right, Hyza, you're up.
Yeah, I
you did.
On the only tree vine standing. Well, not standing, but kind of standing.
Standing horizontally.
Just maybe hanging around, don't know.
Did we lose the DM?
No, I just realized that I'm not sure if he's at the computer, but I've seen Chris in the Discord, but he didn't jump on the turn order, and I haven't seen him.
He says he's taking watch.
Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. Cool. Okay, I just realized. Okay, we're leaving him out.
He'll snipe the first thing. He'll snipe the first thing that runs out the building.
Okay, all right. So I'm sorry, Hyza. Okay, DC 15 Dex save. This guy has to make, and he fails, and so he takes 6 damage. Okay, he's not dead yet. He's kind of like the Black Knight guarding the bridge. I'm not dead yet.
That's 2 different bits you've combined there.
Oh, okay. All right. They all run together in my mind. Abinadom.
The not dead yet Black Knight who says...
All right.
Me.
You will find me a shrubbery.
Abinadom's gonna call a groundhog play, and Bandit's gonna come over here, distract again, do his flyby maneuver, and after playing patty cakes, his hands have warmed up a bit. He's gonna move inside and cast Ray of Frost again at that one.
Okay.
See if we can
your attack roll.
Do better on this one.
Poor Vine's just getting blasted with flames and then ice.
Ooh. Well, yes, 13. That will hit. And 7 points of damage. Hey, Abinadom, how do you want to kill this thing?
So that one just kind of freezes up as it's writhing around, and it just as it freezes, it tries to move a little bit and just cracks and shatters.
Okay, falls to the flagstones and shatters. And when it does, this one is released from its hold. And the combat is over. Oh, and I will go ahead. I forgot to do that on these guys. Let me go ahead and get rid of the auras. Oops. 0. And okay, come on. 0. What? The hell? You dumb son of a bitch. Delete. Save. Alright. Poor bastard. Delete. Save. There. Okay. Roll20 is very finicky. You have to do things in just a certain precise way or else it doesn't like it when you make changes, and that gets annoying. Okay. So, these things all are variously smoldering, frozen. Where they crash to the floor, you definitely see the cracked areas of these vines are oozing what looks like blood instead of sap. And, pools of blood are spreading slowly across the flagstones. The dire wolves will start lapping at those. Hey, they're wolves after all.
Dinner.
Sort of.
Yeah.
All right, Abinadom, I'm just going to kind of slowly, as I'm looking at this pool of blood coming out of this creature, just kind of walk around and see what else I see in this room.
Okay, let me see if there's anything else in here. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't really have a it doesn't move around or anything. It's just oozing blood, and it looks like a black bark. And the bark is sort of gnarled, but it is the kind of the black color of I'm going to say your characters would be familiar with this, since it's a reference that the players would understand as well. Like the black skin of like mummies that are desiccated, that have been unwrapped. That's sort of what the bark looks like. It has that kind of color to it, but it's wet and kind of oozing this moisture, which, well, now you can tell is blood from the way it occasional little droplets will fall to the floor.
Can I tell if there are any other victims that this tree consumed, or,
Well, it's growing out of a well. And the trunk of it, which now that you're looking at it, the trunk appears to be made up of a series of vines that have all sort of grown together. If you think of like what is it? Is it a banyan tree or is it a mangrove?
I know what you're talking about.
Where they're all like, it looks like they all started off as vines, but then they grow into one big tree.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, yeah. But you look up and the branches are bare, dead, okay. No leaves.
How about against the south part of the wall of the courtyard?
Okay, there is an open doorway here, and it looks like I didn't make it totally clear, so I'm going to backtrack a little bit. This door that you all were at here, it looks like something slammed through the door from the courtyard, shattered the door, and broke it into the hallway of the house. The same thing has happened here, where something from the courtyard has slammed through this door and shattered the remains of the door on the room on the other side. There is a door here that is closed, and there is a door here that is closed. This is the back of a fireplace, which mirrors the back of this fireplace here.
I yell over to Dorzaphir. Hey, Dorzaphir, you want to come check out what's in this other area?
Sure. I sneak up to the door, walk up slowly, cautiously.
Okie dokie. Yeah, there's everything's quiet here.
Oh, is that a window? Oh, I'm sorry. The door's over here. My bad.
No, they're both doors.
Oh, okay.
This is a closed door. This is a closed door, and this is an open doorway.
I take the path of least resistance. I go to the open door.
Okay, so you look in there, and I will go ahead and reveal this area here. Okay, let's see. And then I'm going to let me clear the turn order, because I always forget to do that when we end a combat. And then I will reveal this area here. Okay. As you look in here, you see what appears to be what used to be some sort of laboratory lies in ruins. Its furnishings broken and heaped against the walls. In the middle of the room, painted on the floor with mud, is a 10-foot wide symbol depicting 3 lightning bolts joined at their tips. I'm sorry?
Hold on. I'll put it in chat.
Yeah, there's horrible noise in the background somewhere. It might be on your end, Michael, or it might be in somebody else's end.
Oh, no, it's on mine.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going to type it into Roll20.
Oh, okay.
Real quick while I have a break. Hey, come check this out, Dom.
I go inside and I see what you described. Is there anything in my studies that tells me what these symbols might represent?
You could make some sort of a check to see. I will also tell you that near the center of this big symbol on the floor, you see it looks like several things have been dropped. There are several small effigies made of twig figures, and they evoke the same kind of things that you saw at that one tree while you were headed towards the loggers camp. Remember that tree where the area had been burned and you
The
found...
doll?
Yes.
Yeah, the dolls. And then next to the, kind of in the middle of that area, you see a pile of what looks like the entrails of a small animal. And then sort of off to one side, you see the carcass of a possum that has been gutted and all of its innards have been pulled out.
Mm. So I rolled an Arcana check. I don't know if that's the right check or not.
And what was your results? 19. Okay. It doesn't tell you what it is, but a 19 is good enough to tell you that it's probably a religious symbol of some kind, and maybe your cleric would have a better idea of knowing what it is.
And I step out this door and I yell over to Hyza. Hyza, come check something out. There's something in here that you might know.
Right when I'm about to reach for the door, I get jumped back when I hear Abinadom jump out and say, "Fine." As I follow him in and look. And it's perception, correct?
No, it's going to be a religion check.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. You recognize that the symbol depicting 3 lightning bolts joined at their tips is a symbol of Talos, the evil god of storms.
Possibly the same god that we were talking about before with the 3 mages? Well, shapeshifters?
Yes.
Circle?
The same one that has that aspect of the boar that you guys fought at the Standing Stones. So apparently there's more cultists of that same god here.
Abinadom, Dorzaphir, you guys should know this. We guys just came from this. You guys tell me, and I'll tell you if you're right.
Sorry?
Is this related to the Circle of Thunder?
Bingo! Come on! It's right there! The circle? Then the three lightning bolts? No?
We just needed your confirmation and your expertise.
I'm only teasing, guys. Loosen up. It's not like we just fought like over 20 things. It's fine.
So we need to be careful if there may be more around. So we'll have to just be careful from here on out in this building.
Sounds fair to me.
Yeah, if they're around, why aren't they in here yet? Because they ran away. The only chance we got of seeing anything of interest is upstairs, or possibly following that path back to where it came from.
Let's quickly clear this place out and see if Zent's acquaintance is any. If we can find out what happened to Zent's acquaintance.
Okay, so...
Hey, Dorzaphir, what's up here?
Don't know.
Oh, yeah, there's 2 doors.
There's a door there.
Ooh, I want to open a door this time.
Oh, you, Hyza. Have at it.
I'll go up there and open the other door that I was not standing next to.
Okay, all right. So you open this door, and in this door you see a strange room that only appears to connect to this area here, to this large lab area, except there is a spiral staircase leading up. And go ahead and make just make a straight intelligence check for me. See if you recognize what this might be.
Nope.
I'm gonna take a crack at that.
Yeah, sure.
You said intelligence? The straight intelligence?
Ooh. Did someone say intelligence?
Yep. You have to get over there. Oh, nice. Yeah, Dorzaphir, you've heard about these. In fact, you and your former adventuring partner, you had knocked over a property agent's office at one point, had robbed them, and had found some brochures, and they were talking about a trendy new type of dwelling that's
Oh, did we lose Ken? Gally.
Mid-sentence that time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we lost him.
Claire.
bedroom upstairs.
We lost your whole conversation.
Oh, phooey. Okay.
We lost, like you said, brochure and a trendy new home, and then it dropped out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then like a well or something.
Basically, this is you recognize this is a loft.
Ah.
So down here would be sort of the living space area, and the spiral staircase would go up to the bed chamber upstairs.
Go check that out. There might be some goodies upstairs.
If we live here, I claim this room.
Yeah, this place is in pretty bad shape. I don't know if you guys would.
With it being a loft,
Joke, come on.
with it being a loft, can I listen and hear anything up above in the loft area, or is it enclosed?
Sure. Go ahead and listen.
Do you want me to do a perception?
Yeah, perception.
Wow, roll 20 is going slow.
Yeah, it's
16.
Having problems tonight. No, you don't hear anything directly above. So, Dorzaphir, I am going to just move you from here over to here. You climb up, and you get up to this area, and you see that there's a low railing around a middle area that looks straight down. And where you would expect to find a bedroom, you actually just find what looks like a small library. Room has a 10-foot high wooden balcony forming its upper level, reached by a wooden spiral staircase curling down to the flagstone floor. Tall, empty bookcases line the walls, their shelves mostly bowed and broken. There are, And there doesn't appear to be any way out of here.
Can I check the bookshelves?
Yeah, you can. So go ahead and give me a perception check. And Abinadom down here on the lower level, you see the remains of some desks broken like most of the other furniture. And there's a couple of old books that are just kind of look like they were haphazardly tossed onto those desks.
I want to check out old books. I like old books.
Okay.
So I walk over and I pull out my dagger and just kind of push it around to see if I can see anything on the books. I can tell what they are.
Yeah, you get out your dagger and you push at the books, and you see 2 or 3 little earwigs, just normal miniature insect size earwigs that just crawl out of the pages, and the covers bend, and you can see mold is on the pages. These have gotten wet, and they're moldy, and it looks like they're all kind of soggy, and they probably would not be any good.
Hey, Abinadom, there's a bunch of books up here as well.
Oh, okay.
What do I see, DM?
I'll make my way.
Yeah. Okay. Your perception check up there, Dorzaphir, is pretty good. Or I should say it's actually good enough because of the age and condition of this place. You notice over here that there's actually a okay, can you move your token back again, please?
Sure.
All right, there you go. All right, now you can move back. There's a secret door that a section of this bookshelf actually can push in. It looks like there used to be a rather clever locking mechanism here, but that's kind of rotted away, and it looks like it opens up into an area beyond.
Nice. So him being right there next to me, Abinadom, look what I found. Leave it to me. I pushed the bookcase open.
Okay.
Well, you probably want to be stealthy.
That's my middle name.
And as you push in here, you see that you are in the master bedroom. 4-poster bed stands between 2 shuttered windows against the west wall. Other furnishings include a desk and a chair against the north wall and an empty wardrobe on the east wall. Fireplace built into the south wall features elegantly carved mantelpiece.
Ooh, I definitely want to search the mantle because I think there might be a secret over there. I want to go look at the mantle and see if I can find anything that might trick me off to like hiding something.
No, while he's doing that, I whisper down to Hyza that we found a secret entrance to what looks to be a master bedroom to see if she wants to pass it along to Finn and Zenth.
Would that be investigation or perception there, DM?
Go ahead and roll a perception, and let me get back to you, Abinadom. I didn't forget you. You were looking at books. This definitely looks like it might be the library of somebody who has studied arcane subjects. There are no spell books or anything like that you can find, but there are a lot of intellectual books that are kind of academic on the weave of magic as it manifests in the Forgotten Realms. There are some books that seem to focus more on different types of magic. Some are conjuration, some are evocation, and it's all kind of theoretical stuff. It's the kind of stuff that you would find if you were kind of in the personal library of probably a professor at a magic college. All the kinds of things that they would be doing research on. It's not necessarily things that are useful or practical for an adventurer, But if somebody settles down in a wizard's laboratory and begins a full-time study of magic, these books would be the kinds of things that you would find. And most of them are in okay shape. None of them are particularly valuable.
Okay. And my detect magic isn't giving off any signal that there's any magic going on in this room, right?
In this room, no.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, all right. And Dorzaphir. Yeah, your perception doesn't reveal anything. Hyza, Abinadom. Okay, Finn is going to hang out down there. Xanth is standing here near Finn at the doorway to this thing, and he's still looking at that tree very anxiously. And he's like, he doesn't, he sees that you guys are in it. Okay, Abinadom, as soon as you walk in the room, your detect magic begins to ping over here by the mantelpiece, or by the mantle.
Ooh,
Of course.
Okay. Hey,
There is an aura of conjuration magic emanating from the fireplace mantle.
okay. I tell Dorzaphir, hey, you might want to step to the side. There's some kind of magic going on with this fireplace. I'm going to get as close as I can and see if I can detect the origin of this this conjuration.
Fine with me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
You
take my
can-
I'm gonna take my dagger and just move it around in that area.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like the mantelpiece. It doesn't look like the mantelpiece itself is magical. It looks like the mantelpiece is resting on top of something magical. And so, Abinadom with that, and Dorzaphir as well, I will give you both advantage on perception checks if you want to take a look at this again.
Sure.
Do, 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 do.
Oh, yeah. Abinadom,
Hold
you
on.
you wonder why Dorzaphir didn't notice this before.
I
And
just
then,
rolled 17s.
yeah. And then Dorzaphir, about the time Abinadom gives you that look, that exasperated look, and you slap your forehead with your palm and you go, how did I miss that? And you realize that at the back of the mantle there's a hinge, so the mantle actually opens up like a lid for a long, narrow, shallow compartment.
So I'm gonna go ahead and pull that lever and see what's underneath.
Well, you push the lid up, and you see a shallow, hidden compartment in which there is a staff.
Ooh, a staff.
And that staff is what is glowing. And it's a, you can tell by the aura. I guess I'll go ahead and introduce the scale that I use, that I'll be using in the long-term campaign that we'll play. The aura has a reddish cast to it. And in my game world, there is a, when you look at magical items, there is a color-coded aura that gives you kind of an indication of how powerful items are. And it kind of goes in the same way that a rainbow goes. So if you remember the old saying you probably learned in school, Roy G. Biv. So red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. So something that has a reddish cast to it is relatively low-level magic item. Something that has a violet cast to it is extremely powerful. And then the colors in between give you an indication of whether it's low, medium, or high-powered magical item. This is definitely red.
Okay, and you had already said that it's got a conjuration vibe.
Yep, conjuration vibe.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and pick it up.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna roll Arcana before he picks it up. Yeah, go ahead, buddy. Pick it right on up.
Yeah, I'm picking it up.
Okay, and as you pick it up, you also notice now the two were hard to distinguish, but as you pick the staff up, you can tell there's another smaller aura over at one end of the compartment, and this is coming from a pouch, and this aura has has kind of an orange yellow cast to it.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fill the outside of the pouch and see what it feels like is inside.
You grab it and you feel it. It feels like it's filled with sand or something.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just slowly open it and see if I can see what kind of sand it is, what color.
Well, the glow is definitely coming from the sand, and it's a silvery looking kind of sand. Very, very fine.
Can I do an Arcana check to determine what it is? What kind of... Will I be able to know that or no?
You probably will need to identify it at some point. So either you or
okay.
I think both you and Hyza can do identify as rituals. So.
That brings me another question. We have that shield too that we never.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, I forgot last week to ask, but because we had done that long rest, but we didn't ever say what was the shield.
Okay, thank you for reminding me. I'll go back when we get done here. I'll get that for you. So yeah.
Okay, so I'll carry both of those items and hold on to them until we can figure out what they are.
You're gonna seal or close that pouch up again?
Yes.
Okay, all right, cool. Excellent. So that's good. Hyza, you're moving over there. Yeah. There's a double door here. There's a window that looks out over that nasty tree in the courtyard there.
After I see him put away the bag, I open up the window and lean a little bit out, but making sure I can catch myself even if the window magically falls off. And yells down to Finn and says, "Hey, you enjoying it down there?"
She's pulled a me. She's opening doors.
Yeah. Finn, Hyza sticks her head out from the upper level about right here and yells down at you.
"Do you patch up my puppers yet?"
Your pup, they're leaving in about 10 minutes, don't you? Roll
Be
on that.
back.
Oh, okay. Well, if they last all of about 10 minutes, then they're probably gone by now.
No, the duration is about an hour.
Okay. Then, yeah, they'll be around for a few minutes more. Okay, Dorzaphir, there are double doors here.
So, in glorious fashion, I lean over to Hyza and then I lean out the window and go, "Hey, Finn, I'm about to pull a U." And I go, bam, as I blast open both doors, just push them open and then slide through. Like all smooth.
Okay.
Really cool.
Good God.
You forgot the I'm FINN.
No, I'm Dorzaphir. He's FINN. I just go, good God, and slide through the door.
Okay,
There must be a little window down to the courtyard, and I look down and go, "Hey, Finn, good God, look, I'm you. I walk in all high and mighty, woo, and just messing with him, messing with the bar."
Okay,
I was
this
laughing too much.
Finn doesn't
The wall-
understand the joke.
Because Finn's too full of himself.
The
I throw
wall-
down a copper for his troubles. Sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right.
I don't
keep
throw around
interrupting.
money. I never give money to. We'll forget that part.
I'm sorry. This is great.
Okay. The walls of this L-shaped hall are lined with closed doors and shuttered windows. Between them are hooks where decorations once hung. A fireplace along one wall. Let me see if I've revealed enough of that yet. No, I haven't. So I'll go ahead and reveal the rest of the hallway. Okay. A fireplace along the south wall of the hall has a large insectoid head mounted above it. Natural light enters through a hole in the roof at the east end of the hall. The floor beneath the collapsed roof is strewn with debris. So that collapsed area would help if I'm on the right thing. The collapsed area is right here, and the large insectoid head is mounted above this fireplace.
I want to check out the fireplace and the cool insectoid head.
Okay. Well, the insect.
Perception 16.
Well, you don't even need to do that because the insectoid head looks eerily familiar. You remember fighting some of these guys over at the logging camp when they burst up from underground.
Lord.
It's an Ankeg head.
Hey, Abinadom, come check out your friend. No, better yet. Wait a minute. Wait. Before he comes over, as he's getting ready to round the corner, I pull the head off the mantle and I put it over my own. And I say, "Hey, come check this out." And then just scare the piss out of him when he comes around the corner.
Well, I can see his legs, and I cast Minor Illusion, and he sounds like the creature.
Now Hyza's coming around the corner. That would be perfect.
Hyza jumps as she hears him go like, and then just jumps back a little bit. And is heading to go back downstairs to nope. But at the same time, she's fighting with herself like, Abinadom just went that way. Maybe I need to go back. As she races forward this way with her sword drawn, well, her quarter mace.
I start moving closer to Hyza, probably about like right here, and then just act like I'm going to charge.
But seeing how it's only his head and his voice, I see his leg and I start laughing.
He casts mine. Well, no. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I'll make this even better. Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a minute. I cast Disguise Self of my last spell slot of the day, so I look like this thing. So that way you can't tell if it's real or fake.
Well, the Disguise Self requires that you have the same morphology. So you would have to be a humanoid. So it looks like a humanoid in a bad Ankeg costume. So imagine, if you will, going to a Halloween costume party and seeing someone dressed up as the Chick-fil-A cow standing up with kind of a cow head for a cap and like a big black and white, maybe padded suit on. And that's sort of the effect that Dorzaphir's disguised self has. Is it's a real caricature of kind of Ankeg. It probably looks more humorous than scary, but the head is very realistic. But that's the only part that's very realistic.
Hold on. What did she just hit me with?
No, it's just me rolling, depending on how do I want to take this?
So as I'm doing that, there's a window like right here. Finn's down in the courtyard.
Yes.
Yeah, Finn's thinking, well, they're not going to come down, so he's just waiting for the wolves to pop out.
So as Hyza's freaking out, I open the window right there. I look down in the courtyard, and because Abinadom cast the spell, I'm like, right at Finn, just got my head tucked over the rail.
Hyza will be jumpy, but as soon as he sees the window and he turns the other way, I feel a bit relieved. Taking a breather, I can realize it's Dorzaphir in a uniform.
I was working on perception versus performance here.
Oh, I'll roll performance. Hold on.
He's upstairs. No,
I'm just shaking my head.
Yeah, do a performance check, Dorzaphir. That would be better.
I don't want to help with this.
19?
Well,
Okay.
you actually can roll a d4 and add it to your 19 because
Oh my God.
Hyza gave you guidance.
This is way too good.
I stand back.
21.
I stand back because I'm afraid that
versus an 8. Okay.
Finn's gonna shoot him with something.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Okay. What are you launching at the Ankeg head that appears?
The firebolt.
He's running firebolt at me. I use uncanny dodge.
Okay. Well, would a 20 hit your armor class?
Yeah, 20 hits me.
Okay, so roll damage and then you take half of that, right?
Yeah, on uncanny dodge, yeah.
So you take 2 points of damage.
Oh well. That was good for a laugh.
Even though you got a firebolt launched your face, but it's fine.
On that, can we take a quick 10-minute break?
We sure can. Oh, wow. It's already 5 to the hour. Let's come back at 5 after the hour.
All right, perfect.
So that'll be good. Sorry, I didn't realize it was getting so late.
We were having fun.
Yeah, it's fine. All right, I'll be back in 10.
All righty. And I will put the music on.
Spooky, scary, and the legs.
I'll be right back, guys.
or when Ivy, did you hear me?
Huh?
I said, what did Gallibond say about the coins that I sent him earlier?
What did Gallibond say?
Yeah, I was in the store when he was talking. My wife told me he said something, and I was in the store.
He's very thankful for them. He really enjoys them, and he really finds them fascinating.
Oh yeah, they're fun to print. I'll have to print some more up when I get my 3D printer back.
I was looking at them. I seen like lots of ads of them like online and such now, but knowing that you print it's like fantastic. Like, oh, wow.
Yeah, and I painted them. I mean, I primed them and painted them. That's about all I did to them. You know, a little bit of plastic,
They look
prime paint.
absolutely amazing. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like those look amazing.
Well, I wish I could have black washed them. If I'd have black washed them, they looked used. But give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm back. Sorry.
And a robot came back.
I had to find my cigarettes, so I'm not going to be in front of the computer for about 3 minutes. But that's okay. I don't need to move it. Hey, Gally, she was telling me earlier that you showed the coins off. I was in the store when I came back out. My wife told me you'd said something. It's no problem, bro. Anytime.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure that everyone who is in my games could see those because they are really so cool. Ivy said those were far out. So yeah, I'm going to share them on Sunday. I want to share them with my players in my Sunday game as well.
Oh, no problem. And I'll make a promise. If anybody wants them, I will send you 2 sets, because that's what I sent Gally, was 2 sets. I will only charge you the shipping through USPS, little bubble mailer. I think it was only like a couple dollars.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it was pretty cheap. Because they're nice and they have some substance to them, but because of the material they're made out of, they're not terribly heavy, so it doesn't cost a lot to ship them. They feel like they have heft to them, but not a whole lot of weight. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's because they're 100% infilled. Means that the plastic gives the weight, but they still weigh under maybe an ounce or 2 per coin.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
But yeah, anybody in the group or anybody in your Sunday group, if they want them, just tell them to send me on here their address, and I'll mail them set of coins.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Okay. Are we all back from break?
No, I'm not in front of the computer, but I will be in here in just a minute. But
Okay.
I'm just not going to move. I'm not going to move from where I'm at for a minute.
Okay. That sounds good. All right. Abinadom, you had moved down to the end of the hall, and you were looking at those double
Yeah.
doors. Is that okay?
Yeah, sorry, I just got back.
Oh, okay. All right. So you're down at the end of the hall. Were you going to plan to open those doors?
No, I'm going to wait for I'm going to call Dorzaphir over to do that.
Okay. All right.
Fine.
He's
I
away.
open the
He's
doors.
away. Okay. Then I
Sorry.
will move. That's fine.
Yes.
I'll move him over here, and he will open the doors.
I got to my car engine brake late, but it's okay. It'll only be a few more minutes.
This makes sense to you guys as you look at it. This is the Hyza. You remember when you went out on the flagstone patio below? There was kind of a walkway above. This is that walkway. Now it's enclosed and there are windows on either side, but it's just a corridor here. It's enclosed by 2 double doors and 4 open windows. There's ivy growing through the windows to the east, and these doors over here, actually these doors at the far end, they stand open, and it looks like actually I'm going to say these doors were open too. It looks like somebody had run through here recently. Maybe some of the people you fought outside.
For some reason, I think we found all the goodies, everyone.
Well, I just want to see what's... so you said these doors are open?
Yeah, so since I said that, I'm going to go ahead and reveal this area. Okay. All right, and
all right. For expediency, I'm just gonna make my way down the hallway and come in here and see what's in here.
Yeah, you look in there, and there are crude bedrolls here, and crude packs of belongings, and like some cast off like sharpening stones, things like that. It probably looks like this is where the orcs that you fought downstairs were kind of having their their quarters were here in this room.
Okay. I'm gonna slowly walk over to this hole, without falling in, and see if I can see anything down in there.
Yeah, the hole looks down to the floor below, and below you see part of a room that looks like a bedchamber, kitchen, and dining room rolled into one. You can see evidence that there is more than one bed along the south wall, shuttered windows and nightstand between the beds that you can see. And then you can see parts of a table strewn with pots and cooking utensils. Everything down there seems to be made of wood.
I'm gonna quickly trance with Bandit and have Bandit just quickly pop down, look, and pop back up, and I'm going to be looking through his eyes and listening to see what's in that room.
Okay. Yeah, 4 beds, nightstands between them. The ceiling in the southwest corner of the room has collapsed. That's what you're looking through, filling the area below with debris and leaving a jagged hole through which the room above is visible. All of the plain dishware and cutlery and furnishings appear to be made of wood. And no, I guess the knives would be metal, but the plates and the plates and the saucers and the cups and everything are wooden. They look nice, but they're old.
Okay.
And they're kind of rustic. They're not anything super fancy.
But no creatures, nothing moving around.
Nothing appears to be moving around. No.
No, down below. I didn't
nothing
see anything.
moving around. Yeah, nothing
Okay.
except the owl.
Okay. Doesn't appear to be anything down below, guys. Or in this room. I'm not detecting anything in this room.
You guys know there's an uncog up here, right?
Yeah, we took care of it.
All right. Oh, the wolf's poof.
Okay.
No, not my good big voice.
So is there, I guess, another door over here?
There's a door here, and there's double doors here.
I blast them open.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna open these instead? Okay.
Yep.
I was about to reveal the one area, but I'll reveal this area instead. Okay, so this area is the portico and balcony. So you're standing above the front entrance, and these doors, it's just kind of there's no roof over this area. It's just sort of an open balcony. No, I guess there would be a roof over the balcony, but there's no walls except for the wall behind you leading into the house. It's just a railing. You can overlook the countryside from here. In better days, when this house was a home full of love and mirth and the laughter of children, this might have been a place where someone would have come to smoke a pipe on the evening or take in the first cup of tea in the morning as they watch the world wake up. Instead, it's a reminder of decay and death.
While he's in there, I'm putting my ear up to this door right here to see if I hear anything.
Okay. You listen and give me a perception check.
$19.
You don't hear anything.
I'll go ahead and open the door.
I open the door. Whoops. That didn't do anything because I didn't have the right tool selected. You open the door. And inside, you see a room with a conical roof and an open window through the north through which ivy grows. A cast iron tub with clawed feet stands in the middle of the room. Next to the tub is a rusty iron water pump. Many of you may be too young to remember this, but if you've ever been out to like super rural areas where they may have wells with backup for no electricity, where there's a big hand pump that you pump by hand and it will spit water out. That's what it looks like, except this one is built into the room here.
It's a fancy bathroom. Okay. I'm not detecting any magic in the bathroom, so I'll come back out.
Okay. All right.
And then are these windows or doors?
These are windows, and sorry. They are windows, and they overlook. I'm not sure why I did that. They overlook the shattered roof of the. This was the room that you guys were in down below, and the pantry where Hyza had found that stuff. So, yeah, that's what that is. Yeah, and the roof looks in bad shape. Kind of looks like it's sagging a little bit.
I went down the stairs, and then I just quickly popped into this room really quick.
Which stairs did you go down?
Oh, I went down the front stairs.
The same ones you came up?
No, the other stairs.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I'm going to need to have you make a check for me. You're going to need to make a DC 15 dexterity save when you're about in the middle of the stairway. So you're about right there, and make a save for me. Okay, fail your dexterity save. So you get a few steps down, and you all hear this mighty crash, and you hear Abinadom go, ah! And he falls through the stairs down to the floor below.
Lovely.
And you are going to take. Yes. And when you fall, the worst part is you realize that this is not just merely rotted, it's actually a trap.
Oh,
and there are wooden spikes.
Oh, jeez.
Below the trap. So let's see how many of those spikes you actually land on. Oh, you land on 6 spikes.
Are you kidding me?
And those spikes do a total of 18 points of damage to Abinadom.
I've got 1 hit point left, guys. I am hurting.
We just fell on a bunch of spikes. No shit.
And with that, Abinadom is bloodied. He's down to 1 hit point.
Oh, jeez.
Hyza will race to the other stairs and try and make her way fast as possible to the other stairs.
Yeah, story-wise, you can do that, of course, because he hasn't fallen to 0. He's not in any danger of dying. Well, at least not until he has to start making saves against the poison that was on the spikes, but that won't oh, wait, did I say that out loud? Okay, so Hyza, you get there and you hear Abinadom, watch the stairs. Ow, it hurts. And you see, great tears in his robes and wooden spikes sticking up. One looks like it's gone through his arm. Probably one looks like it's gone to the meat of a thigh. Maybe one is kind of sticking through part of his ribs. Somehow managed to miss both a kidney and a lung.
Here I'm trying to protect this staff I just found, and I fall down the trap.
Okay. All right. So at 3rd level, So that is going to be 3d8 plus your spell casting ability modifier. So you can roll that, Hyza.
Yeah, I'm typing it in now.
Okay.
Here I am, got too confident.
Spellcasting is what ability again? It says
For you, it's wisdom. So what's your wisdom score?
okay.
Is your modifier that will then be based on whatever your score is.
4. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Abinadom, you get back 21 points of damage.
Oh, thank you,
Or
Hyza.
21 points of healing, I should say.
Thank you, Hyza.
Feeling better than when he fell.
Yes, I'm more healthy than I was before I fell.
I was
Yeah.
entire rope that I have around my waist and tossed it over the hole where Abinadom was.
Okay. Try to pull him out.
Or will
Okay.
him pull himself out.
Okay.
Ugh.
So, yeah, you can pry yourself up off of the...
And I give Hyza a hug. Thanks. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, he just got blood all over your nice clerical robes there, Hyza. So,
I cast prestidigitation. I clean it all up. I'm sorry about that.
okay. All right.
Has it once is from surprisement, but accepts it at the time. No worries.
Okay.
And with that,
Yeah.
I walk out of the building as fast as I can. I don't want to set off any more traps.
Okay, Finn, Dorzaphir, anything you guys want to do?
Just
No.
leave. Just leave the place.
Okay.
Well, we could stay here or we could stay somewhere, but we need to stop. Maybe we talk to the centaur first.
We do need to do a rest.
Yeah, the centaur or Xanth is not keen on spending any more time inside this place. He doesn't mind staying on the grounds, but he doesn't want to stay any more time in this place than he has to. Especially not after seeing poor Abinadom nearly kill himself. But Dorzaphir and Finn, what are you guys doing? Are you gonna head downstairs, or are you gonna hang out upstairs a little bit?
So we didn't find the guy. I'm just going to go. This place got broken into a long time ago.
Well, yeah, all these cultists were here. Clearly.
Cultists having a party. This means what's his name? And now we got to wonder about the guy with the bird name.
Yeah, so we never determined what happened to the guy who was living here, right?
No. I mean, it looks like he had cleared out, but or either he was killed or cleared out. He cleared out, but it's hard to tell how long ago that was, and there's not a corpse anywhere. And these orcs and cultists don't necessarily look like the type that would bury people.
Yeah, maybe he got turned into that tree thing. How do you make a tree that bleeds anyway?
dark necromancy. You have heard tales, Finn. There's actually a tale that you have told about a tree, and you've looked at this long enough, and something has tickled. I'm not making you roll for this because you were standing down there for a long time. Something tickled your memory, and you cast it around in your mind a little bit, and it started to come back to you. The legend of the Gulfias tree. And the legend of the Gulfias tree says that there is a tree created by the dark magic of evil druids. And these evil druids were said to have grown this Gulfias tree. And on the night of the full moon, at the closest to the spring equinox, and again at the fall equinox, this Gulfias tree produces red apples that look like the most beautiful, most delicious red apples you have ever seen. And these druids will take them and offer them as gifts to the families of poor woodsmen. What the families of the poor woodsmen doesn't know is that the seeds of these apples hold an insidious type of creature, a creature called a tree blight. And if you eat one of these apples, it will taste delicious. But within about a 10-day, you will start to get sick. And what happens is this tree blight eventually it.
You're going in and out. We're losing you.
And
we're losing you. You're going in and out.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So anyway, the Gulfias tree produces this fruit, and the fruit, when you eat it, it produces a tree blight inside you. And then that grows and kills the host, and the host turns into a plant monster that goes around and kills humanoid creatures and does the evil work or the evil bidding of these dark druids. So this tree looks exactly like that Gulfias tree of legend. So if it is one of those, and if you leave it here, then the next time there's a full moon on the equinox, it will produce this fruit, and anyone who eats it will be doomed. But that's not your problem.
So it's a bad tree.
Yeah, I think everybody kind of had that idea.
And if people eat the fruit, then you have to kill them again. Later.
Yep.
This Oh, they're right next to each other.
Should we head back to town?
Well, we gotta wonder where this guy is. We gotta wonder where Falcon is, and we gotta burn this tree up.
Can the tree be burned?
Okay, Finn, yeah, there's another thing. Actually, I'm going to make you roll a... What kind of bard are you? Are you the lore bard?
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of bonuses do you get, like, to skills? Do you get skills like on knowledge and stuff? I've got to look this up because I always get bards mixed up edition to edition.
It's like Arcana is 5, History is 5, so that's that jack of all trades, if that's what you're...
Yeah. Okay. Whatever's higher for you, either Arcana and History. They're both probably intelligence, so they may both be the same. But whichever one is higher for you, go ahead and roll that. And take advantage on it because you've studied this for so long. Or you've been in presence for so long. And you kind of, that whole story came back to you. This is to see if you remember any particular legends about the tree, other than the general story that circulates among bards. Okay, that's good. Yeah. Here's the kicker with the Gulthias tree. It's a huge plant. It has humanoid blood for sap. It is vulnerable to fire. And it has no actions, reactions, or defenses. And it's immobile. However, unless it is completely uprooted and the roots themselves are burned, the tree regrows from its roots even if it's reduced to 0 hit points. And it regains 1 hit point every sunset. So this thing is growing out of a well, and there's no telling how deep that well is. If you really want to destroy it, you'd have to burn everything above the well, then work your way down the well, get down to the roots, dig the roots up, bring them up to the surface, and then burn them to ash.
How about we leave a note saying, "Don't touch the apples on the tree"? Maybe?
Well, we're going to have to burn it down. We're going to have to be model citizens and tell people that somebody's missing. And then we're going to have to tell whoever takes care of these kind of messes how to clean it.
Hey, Xanos, will you help me carry your body out of here?
Sure.
Dorzaphir works too. Pick up Finn. Come on, let's go.
What? See? What did I tell you guys?
I cast
In
Firebolt.
just a few days, she's going to try to pick me up.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. It does do some damage to it. And I am going to do this. I am just going to And then that does -12. Now your Sacred Flame that's radiant and not fire damage.
Yeah, I didn't mean to ping it. I meant to read it to see if it did radiant or
Okay.
flame damage.
But well, if you do cast it, it will still do normal damage. But the firebolt does seem to do better damage than you thought, Dorzaphir.
Ooh. Well, nobody
it-
needs this evil tree.
Needs it? No. The people who need it would be evil druids that want to corrupt the surrounding countryside. That Hyza, that's a cantrip for you, right? You're not burning a spell slot. Okay. All right. And
That's why I
Dorzaphir,
was like, oh well. I'm sorry.
I think you would get. I forget how it works for arcane tricksters, but since you're above 5th level, shouldn't that be doing two damage dice on those cantrips?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. So
It's
just,
2d10.
Yeah,
so
it was
it's
2d10.
So I probably just got 3 and 3.
Yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, you did. All right. Never mind. Okay, so are we going to sit here and ping this thing? Because we don't have to actually take the time to do it if we're gonna burn this tree down to 0.
I'm burning it to the ground. Or through the well.
Okay.
One of the two.
Well, yeah. So you can burn it to 0, but then Finn will tell you that if you really want to kill it, somebody's going to have to climb down the well, find the roots, dig the roots up, bring them back up, and then burn those. And who knows how deep the well is or what is down there lurking in the well, if anything.
An evil clown.
Do you guys want to...
I've been outside chatting with Elle, and I come up to the door and I say, "Hey, what's keeping you all?"
But you would see smoke rising up from the middle of the house, from the area where that flagstone is. And after a while, you would see the top branches of that tree start to either catch fire or they would collapse as the tree underneath it burns. And you realize it's not enough flames to indicate the entire house is on fire, but that tree looks like it's being burned.
Well, they always said I was a bad cook, but they never said I would end up burning the salad.
That's a new level of bad chef.
Yeah, I failed cordon bleu. How'd you do that? I burned the salad. What? Yeah, Meryl Lagasse kicked me out.
Emerald.
Emerald.
Well, it's usually the cake boss that'll kick you.
Yeah. All right. So, are we done here? Okay. Now, we have to go back and we have to look at it was at the Circle of Stone. Circle of Thunder, where there was a okay, come on.
I'm just practicing the mirror image spell.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Ah, there it is. Okay.
Fair.
who is getting that shield?
I think Hyza has it.
Okay. Your identification of the shield reveals that it is, in fact, a shield +1. So let me go to the magic items. Oops. Let me go to the shield +1, and I will put that in Hyza's journal.
Woo!
Okay,
so Hyza picks up a shield, and now she has her +1.
Okay.
Champion +1, no, shield +1. I feel like a +2.
Okay. Are you doing the Are you doing another identify then, Abinadom?
Well, are we taking a short rest now? Is it? I think I have to do a short rest, right?
Okay. Well,
For a ritual?
I don't have the spell.
oh, then you have to take a long rest and memorize spells the next day.
I thought it was a short rest. Okay.
No, not for wizards. Not unless I think there's a feat you can take at some point where it'll let you do that, or I may be mixing up my additions. But normally for wizards, it's a long rest to swap out spells.
I thought no. It says a short rest option for identifying the behavior of magic items. Let's see.
Diviner.
Okay. Where you just like hang on to them, but then that's a short rest for each one because you have to study one intently. I think. Yeah.
That's the I think that's the disadvantage of not having this spell.
Yeah. Okay. So, if you were going to do that during a short rest, would you spend your time examining the pouch of dust or the staff?
The staff.
Okay. Well, the staff is a this wooden staff is decorated with bird carvings. And you realize that it is a staff of bird calls. So while you are holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge from the staff and cause it to create one of the following sounds out to a range of 60 feet. It can be a finch's chirp, a raven's caw, a duck's quack, a chicken's cluck, a goose's honk, a loon's call, a turkey's gobble, a seagull's cry, an owl's hoot, or an eagle's shriek. And then it regains charges. You would know that it has 10 charges now, and that's its maximum capacity. And it regains 1d6 plus 4 expended charges daily at dawn. And you also would know that if you expend the last charge, there is a certain chance that the staff will explode in a cloud of harmless bird feathers and be lost forever. This is a common magic item.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out the uses of this thing.
You use it in conjunction with a bow. Or a fireball, if you like your meals cooked.
Yeah, if you get in a blind and you make it and you use it to make a bird noise and birds fly over in your direction, and you can firebolt the birds out of the sky, and then there's dinner.
It's cooked a meal already.
Free rations.
We should call the centaur's other friend over, like the pigeon or whatever his name is. The pigeon, the stork, eagle.
Okay, then are you guys going to take a long rest somewhere in this vicinity?
What time is it?
You have gotten here. You spent a while. You've probably spent about 4 hours in total, because all the time it took to try to burn that stupid tree down, and then the meticulous searching around. And Abinadom, even though he got magical healing, he probably just felt like sitting down for a while after impaling himself on those spikes.
Yes.
And thinking about some of his life choices. And
I vote for a long rest.
Yeah.
Me too.
I'm quite exhausted from falling on the ground, so I am too.
Hey, is that shield shiny?
It's my shield. Back off.
It's a magical shield.
I would look really cool in an even shinier than normal shield. That's what I'm saying.
Well, then you can have my other shield. This one's mine. This one's precious.
I don't want to carry a shield.
Oh, he's not. He doesn't want to carry it. He wants to look at himself in it.
He'll huff and grab a cloth and wipe down the shield and then pass it to him so he can admire himself.
Okay.
I'm just gonna come up here into a corner.
Okay.
Just start meditating while they're arguing.
Finn, you start admiring yourself in the shield, and you could swear that your hair is blowing gracefully in the wind, and that you turn, and this cheek, your jawline is so chiseled and cut, and you sort of grin a little bit, and there's that winning smile, the one that you just know kills audiences from Waterdeep all the way to Baldur's Gate, all the way up to Neverwinter itself. And you are just having such an admiration for that. And then you're looking at that so much that you almost miss seeing the gigantic mouth that rises up behind you and is moving towards you. And then you snap out of your reverie and you oh, and everything's fine. But
gigantic mouth.
Yeah, Dorzaphir's just laying against the wall, falling asleep.
Sandalin. Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll go ahead and say everybody gets the benefits of a long rest. And before we wrap up for the night, Abinadom, are you going to use like another hour on that dust, or are you going to use a spell slot on? Okay.
No, I'm gonna try to figure it out. I don't have the identify. Well,
okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay. All right. So, you examined this. And like I said, this pouch, the powder in this pouch resembles very fine silvery sand. And you realize as you examine this that this is dust of disappearance. There's enough in this pouch for one use. So when you use an action to throw the dust into the air, you and each creature and object within 10 feet of you becomes invisible for a period of 2d4 minutes. So 2 to 8 minutes. The duration is the same for all subjects, and the dust is consumed when its magic takes effect. And if a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature. So you could have the entire party get right up next to you, throw the dust up, everybody would go invisible, and then each person would stay invisible for that duration until they individually attack or cast a spell. So one person taking an action doesn't end the spell for everybody. It only ends the effect for that individual.
Oh, fun. We'll have to strategize when to use this one.
So let me go ahead to the journal, and I will get the Dust of Disappearance. And who's going to hang on to that?
I'll hold on to it.
Okay. Let me just double check, and Chris, please chime in as well. Is there anybody that doesn't have any magic items? I'd like to kind of divvy them up around the party and not make sure that just one person has a whole bunch of magic items. Unless everybody in the party says, oh, no, it would make sense for that character to have all these items.
I don't need any of it because I have high enough stealth anyways.
Okay. So, Chris, would L have any interest in this?
Don't know. I turned off his mute.
He's been quiet tonight.
Yeah.
He just lit up. Didn't hear anything.
Oh, yeah. Chris, we can't hear you if you're talking. We can see you trying to talk on Discord, but we can't hear anything you're saying. And if we have been ignoring you tonight, it's because we haven't been able to hear you. We just thought you were being quiet.
Well, I tell everyone I can cast invisibility normally, but I think the best use of this would be to use it as a party before we go in to fight something.
There you go.
That we're prepared for. So I think we're going to use this as a group at some point. We'll just need to figure out when the best use of it is because of the limited time.
I'll tell you when. We're going to triangulate the dragon.
Yes, I agree. I think we keep this on hold when we know we're going to be going somewhere. We use it.
We just make, because we are a bunch of ranged people. So we leave the dwarf next to him, and then we make a giant shape around the dragon so that he can't ever get out of everybody's range.
Okay, and who is going to take the staff? He's going to let the wizard hold on to it for now?
I was going to say the owl, dude. He already has one pet, then why not another one?
Who wants to call dinner? I don't mind holding on to it if no one else wants it. I'll just hang on to it.
Okay.
Hold on to it till somebody needs it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I hit someone with the staff and it quack?
No, because unfortunately you can't. Not with a normal staff of bird calls. Now, you might be able to custom build a magic item that would do that. But the normal staff of bird calls requires using an action to have the staff make the bird call. And unfortunately, attacking somebody is also an action. So you can't use both of those simultaneously.
Only if I had two actions at the same time.
Yeah.
So only fighters can do it.
Well, no, actually, because eventually the multi-attack for a fighter is the one action gives you 2 attacks instead of, so it's not 2 actions. I guess they could do that. What is it? It's not the second wind. It's the
Action surge.
Action surge. So
it's a
yeah,
bonus.
but that would still mean it would quack, and then they would hit with it. It would be simultaneously.
Aww.
Or you could do the other way around: hit with it the first time, and then make it quack after you hit.
Yeah, because it's faster than sound.
Troll.
It's a faster than sound staff. Whack! Quack.
Yeah.
This sounds like something an insane villain character would have.
Yeah. All of the bird calls are voiced by a 3-pack-a-day smoker from Brooklyn. Quack. Honk. Screech.
I'm just saying
Dude.
quack over here.
I'm
What
quacking here.
Yeah, what you quacking at?
I'm quacking here. Okay. All right. Well, we have just about reached the end of our time.
So we successfully did a long rest. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, we will pick up here. For next session, and I need to make a okay, so let me see where that is. Okay, all right, good. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for now.
That was one heck of a house run.
Yeah, that was a big house. Big house that you guys ran through. And we will, we'll just say that the long rest passed without incident. I think probably all the activity of the cult had driven everything that might be haunting this area away. And, it's going to be a while before they realize that that's gone, and anything that would normally be in this area would creep back here. So that concludes the session. All right, I will meet you guys back here next Thursday night at 8 p.m. And thank you to our viewer who has been hanging out on the chat this evening. Thanks for dropping by and checking us out. Hope you enjoyed our game. And then hope everybody, all the players, have a good week. They're starting to make some cautious, and my buddy sent me, it actually is publicly released, so he's not sending anything out of turn. But it's either my buddy or my HR person sent me the PowerPoint that the governor did the other day and earlier this week. And they're going to start on Monday here, gradually reopening some things on a cautious basis. There are certain things like gyms and movie theaters and stuff like that will not be open, but they will reopen restaurants at quarter of their capacity, allowing outside seating as long as the tables are spaced apart. So we'll see. And then he had a whole bunch of statistics in there about how how Florida has really been way under the curve of all the projections, even the projections for if they did social distancing measures. The only places that are excluded at the request of individual mayors are some of the places down in southeast Florida, so down in the Miami-Dade area. There are a few cities that are not reopening just yet.
Palm Beach.
Yep.
Hey guys, I love y'all. Y'all stay safe. Ivy, everybody, Vernon, James, Chris, y'all be safe, guys. I'm going to bounce real quick. I got a business meeting I got to hit. Love y'all.
Okay.
I'll see y'all next time.
All right. Take care, Michael.
Oh.
Thanks again.
Anytime.
So, yeah. And we certainly hope that Wesley is okay. It's possible he didn't see that I had scheduled a session, and he may have thought we weren't playing. And if that's the case, that's my bad. But as he sent us a message later last week, he had worked a double shift last Thursday, so he may be having to do that again this week. So we certainly hope he's staying safe too. That's going to do it. So, okay, good night stream. I'm going to go ahead and end that stream.